Hi guys, so long time no see. Sorry about my background. It's so dirty. I should cover it like this. I'm gonna speak like this. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm gonna fix that one up later. Anyway, how's everyone? I hope you're going well through this pandemic. You know, think positively. Not think positively, but you could think negatively. It's none of my business, but see small things that would make you happy. For instance, what made me happy today? I ate chocolate. Not gonna show the brand. They're not gonna sponsor me. So anyway, how have I been? I'm doing okay. No, I don't know. I made a Facebook Live last time, and I was talking about my current job situation. I lost 40 hours a month, and that's a big cut from my pay. But on the other hand, I've started a lot of things as well. That would be coming soon, but it's an interesting thing. I've learned a lot from it, but I still need something to, push it. hmm to do better about it. So, what am I going to talk about today? I'll be talking about Asian hate. Yeah, because I'm Asian. Southeast Asian, guys. So when you say Asian, they're not only like East Asian, okay? So it's not fair. So it's so funny. I have a funny story about that, but okay, I'm gonna tell you. So in Japan, like sometimes they think we're not Asians because we don't look like them, but actually Asia is quite big. But I don't I don't judge them because maybe their history is quite long. Like it's thousands of years, 5,000, 6,000 years. I don't know. I think 1,000 year. So to remember everything that happened in your history, you wouldn't really have time to remember anything about geography. So I was maybe fortunate that I had time because my country only has like 500-year history. So it's much easier to remember. So I had time for geography. So anyway, first of all, I don't want to say thoughts and prayers for the family who has been affected, but I'm sending you love, guys. Be strong, especially to Filipinos in United States and you know and in other Western countries. I know that you guys are experiencing this kind of disrespectful things, assaults, and so on, and it's really, really unfortunate. But how do I say this? I don't know. I think I okay. This is my opinion. Asian hate is unacceptable no matter what. Um, these are humans, and I understand that this pandemic has cost us a lot of things. I couldn't see my family. My aunt went back from London. Her retirement came early. I think she's kind of expecting it, but she didn't expect it that it would be this early. Fortunately, she's quite ready. And my I have friends who lost their jobs, and even me, I lost hours, and it was too late for me to find a job right now because in Japan everything starts around April. So April is the beginning of everything. So I should have tried to look for a job 2 months before that when everything was hiring, especially for the academe. So it's really unfortunate for me. I want to cry because I haven't received any final interview yet. I passed the screening and initial, but meh. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, that's my personal problem. So a lot of Filipinos, especially in the in my generation, they wanted to go to United States to have a better life. There's this belief that if you make it in the United States, you really made it big. Most first generation Filipinos, they would take on any jobs that are available for them. I think that's why I'm quite fortunate because I'm Japanese. I'm a Filipino, but I came to Japan. And in Japan, somehow they recognized my degree. So I could work in Japan. I'm not saying like any job, but I'm very fortunate that I could choose. I have a choice to choose what I want. But I believe that first generation Filipinos who went abroad, they sacrifice a lot, and some of them, they, even though they have their degree, they would work jobs that aren't, that don't match their degree, in order to provide for their families, and most of all, in order for them to support their family. uh, and then the second generation, which are, like, they grew up in United States or in other Western countries, and then they go to school there, they have more opportunities, and these countries have been kind to them. Some of them are working as nurses now. It's not an option but a choice, because I heard they pay well. But my point is, in that situation, these countries have been really good to them, and you would see the pride in their parents' eyes when they start buying their houses, getting their salaries, or working as frontliners. I remember during the beginning of pandemic, even UK said thank you to Filipino nurses, although some Filipino nurses felt that they're the ones who have been pushed to the really, front line, but they still get paid and they get a job. So there's a sense of somehow like an equality there. But anyway, Asian hate has been too much, I think, because I think even everyone has experienced something terrible during this pandemic, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people experience worse than I did, or others. I mean, I know a lot of Filipinos who lost their jobs and are still looking for one. Flight attendants who are selling street food now in front of their houses just to get by during this pandemic, while being on floating status because they couldn't, get a job right now. No one's flying. My students who are also flight attendants who only work like few days a month, and like 2 weeks a month, and that's not enough to get by, right? So, and I'm pretty sure, like, since a lot of people from the West, not Asian Americans or Asian Europeans or whatever, they have been living in their country, for generations, and they have this privilege of perhaps loaning money, getting a certain type of job, which are not available to Asian Americans. But because of this pandemic, they're at loss. They might lose. They maybe they lost their jobs, but they have to pay mortgage, childcare, and everything else that goes within that circle, and it's financial problem that also affects them mentally. And when you're affected mentally, you're going to be affected emotionally, and then it's going to be physically, and it's a domino effect that some people just can't contain it, and they lash out. But it's not an excuse to hurt other people, and I think it's not an excuse to even kill other people just because you felt that way. So I don't know, I can't do anything about it really. But for my fellow, Asians around the world, please stay safe and stay strong. It's what we do: resiliency, adapting, and surviving, and eating, and singing. Guys, let's sing. So it's really funny because not funny, but quite alarming that there's a TikTok video that's circulating around TikTok, like a Filipino girl showing other Filipinos on how to disguise, just so they wouldn't be recognized as Asians, because they're afraid of being assaulted or getting hurt. So the fact that these people have come to that to that solution means there's a problem, right? But I couldn't judge the whole nation for that. And at the same time, as I've said from the beginning, these countries have been very welcoming, giving privileges, like what they have to Asians, and so on. But hate is not an excuse. So never an excuse. I really hope that this situation, everyone can survive mentally, so that everyone can feel, they could have hope. And I hope that everyone could also have the opportunity of getting vaccinated if they want to. It's a choice, guys. I'm not forcing anyone. Plus, I don't even know if I'm qualified. Yeah, right now in the Philippines, I heard it's another lockdown. So my mom, my dad were texting me about it. They're over 60 and they can't go out. My gosh. My dad is quite a breadwinner, so yes. Now yes. He's not a breadwinner anymore. He's the bread spread spread. Just kidding. The peanut butter. So anyway, I hope that everyone could stay safe and strong during this pandemic. Just a little bit more, guys. Hold on, and we can do it. And sorry for my terrible background. Let me hide that again. So thank you guys for watching and have a nice day ahead. Thank you.